Hey guys, it's Kate, and today's video is going to be another Kate Talks video. This video is going to be Kate Talks Friendship, as you can tell by the title, and I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but I just never got around to doing it up until now, so hopefully this goes smoothly and I don't take like 3 hours to talk about this because I have a lot of stuff that I want to say, so I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's just get into it. The first thing I would say is very important about choosing your friend groups or just making friends is definitely to find people of like-minded faith, to find people who are similar to you, but not just to stay in this close-knit group of people and become kind of a clique, but also to try and influence other people in a positive way. I know that it is kind of hard when you're friends with people who aren't really similar to you and they just kind of try and change you and make you more like them. This is hard because you don't want to stop being friends with them, but you don't want to do the things that they're doing. And sometimes that's hard because you don't want to let your friends down. You don't want your friends to make fun of you. But isn't that kind of what Jesus had to go through? I mean, people in his own town. He went back to Nazareth and people wouldn't even listen to him. They ran him out of the city because they didn't want to hear about what he had to say. And the Pharisees made fun of Jesus. Thieves made fun of Jesus. I mean, this is what Jesus had to go through. And so I think it's only fair that we as Christians have to go through that a little bit as well, because that is what Jesus had to go through. And we were not hanging on a cross. We were not beaten. We didn't have our hair pulled out. I mean, we got off pretty easy because of what he did for us. And I think if we have to go through some of the same things that he had to go through, I think we're getting off pretty good. So I definitely would say just find a group of friends who accept you for you and don't constantly try to change you and make you more like them, because that is really hard when you have like a group of friends who are just constantly trying to make you more like them. I've had friend groups like this before and it is terrible. This particular group of people would kind of always try and get me to do things they knew I wasn't supposed to do. And I would tell them no, and they would be like, you're lame, you're boring, blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of had to like hold my ground and just sit there. And it's hard because you don't want to let them down, but at the same time, you don't want to let God down. The next thing I want to talk about is being a positive light to other people and not just staying in this friend group, but kind of creating a big friend group of like-minded people and influencing people. Sometimes it's hard to be a light in a public school or in a public place because you kind of want to blend in and you're kind of just like, if I speak my mind, if I tell people what I believe, you know, they might make fun of me and they might think I'm different. And it's fine. Honestly, being different is a good thing in my book. I love to be different. Different draws attention. So when people see you in the mall and you dress differently or you look differently, people are going to wonder, what's going on with that girl? Or what's going on with that boy? And I have had questions before. People have come up to me and asked me like, why do you look like that? Why do you do that? Why do you do this? Like, is this a part of a belief? Are you dressed up for the prom? I've gotten that before and I didn't even look like I was dressed up for prom. So I was like, which is funny. Sometimes it's kind of hard to maintain integrity, to maintain Christian identity when you go to certain places, because it's kind of like there's so many things there that could tempt you or change you and you kind of just want to fit in. It is hard, but I think keeping your attitude in check, your mind in check, your soul in check, your prayer life in check is all really important, because in order to be a friend, we have to show ourselves friendly. And sometimes that can be really hard when we're not right with God, because we understand that we're not doing the right thing and we get unhappy and we get angry, and then that shows to other people. And people know that you're a Christian, but they see that you're acting this way and they don't want to be like that. And so it's really important to try and show them what Christ is like through yourself. So whether that's just making friends with someone who necessarily wouldn't be a friend to anyone else, that girl who's sitting by herself, a boy who just kind of plays on his phone all the time and doesn't talk to anybody. Talk to those people. Don't just talk to the popular kids. Don't just talk to your own friends. You can do that anytime. Show yourself friendly to everyone, no matter who it is. Even if it's somebody who makes fun of you for the things that you wear or makes fun of you for the kind of music that you listen to. Definitely just show yourself friendly, and once people see that this is not an act and it's a consistent thing, they're going to want to know what's up, and they are going to want to be a part of whatever you are a part of, and they're going to want to have what you have. So I think it's really important to show yourself friendly and to show yourself as a Christian in all ways, in all lights, in all areas. And definitely this is something that I think everyone has to work on, but I think it's really important, and I think that we should definitely endeavor and try to be more like Christ in our attitudes, in the way that we look. I mean, people notice everything. So if somebody says something to you and you're like, they're gonna be like, that was a weird look, why'd she do that? I mean, you have to be very mindful because people are watching you because they know that you're a Christian. And so definitely that is one of my things I'd like to say, being positive. And once you kind of have a positivity about you, you will become a leader, and you will become someone that people want to be friends with. They're going to want to know what's going on. And this is your way to influence and to invite people to church and to just kind of get a big, huge group of believer friends and not have to deal with all that other stuff. The Bible does talk about friendship a lot, and I have a few scriptures to read you guys. I figured, what's a Kate Talks without showing a few scriptures? So let's get into those. So I really like this scripture a lot because it's about two people rather than just like a scripture talking about in general. And I think one of the most famous friendships of the Bible is the friendship of Jonathan and David. And it's kind of a friendship that you kind of want to like model your own friendships after. And I think that a lot of the things that they did for each other was really beautiful. This scripture is 1 Samuel 20:17. And Jonathan made David reaffirm his vow of friendship again, for Jonathan loved David as he loved himself. What sticks out to me in the scripture is just that Jonathan loved David as he loved himself. Sometimes it's hard for us to kind of give up things for other people or to put aside our feelings for other people. But I think definitely we need to kind of forget about how we feel sometimes and worry about how our friends are doing, and do things to make your friends happy rather than yourself happy sometimes. I think that's a really important quality in friendship. Romans 1:12 says, "When we get together, I want to encourage you in your faith, but I also want to be encouraged by yours." So once again, what I said earlier, just about finding friends with like-minded faith and who believe the same things as you, because it's kind of hard to be friends with someone who doesn't really understand your religion or your beliefs, and it's kind of hard to stay in the faith when you have someone constantly discouraging you of what you believe in. I think finding good apostolic friends or Christian friends or whatever your belief is, find people that believe the same thing as you do, because it is much easier to stay the course if you have someone who encourages you and prays with you and understands you and listens to you. Proverbs 18:24 says, "There are friends who destroy each other." And friends is in quotes, like the Bible is so shady sometimes, I swear. But a real friend sticks closer than a brother. So essentially what it is saying is there are friends who sometimes they just make it their main goal in life to kind of like ruin you and like make your reputation really bad and just to kind of like destroy your spirit and make you unhappy. But a real friend is almost like family. It's like you're so close with them that you tell them more things than you would tell your brother. You tell them more things that you tell your sister, and you're just so close with them that you can't imagine them like not being a part of your life and not being a part of your family, kind of thing, is what I kind of got from it. Proverbs 27:9 says, "The heartfelt counsel of a friend is as sweet as perfume and incense." So essentially, friends give good advice. Be the friend who gives good advice. I mean, I try my best to be that friend who gives good advice and to just listen rather than talk and give my opinion about everything. So I think an important part of friendship is listening and learning and giving advice and just being there. That's very important in a friendship. The last scripture that I want to show you guys is Job 16:20. "My friends scorn me, but I pour out my tears to God." Sometimes we can find friends who are really loyal to us, but sometimes they'll still make fun of us and they'll still make us feel pretty bad. But we can always talk to God, and we can always tell Him when we are feeling sad or when we're feeling discouraged. You don't need friends to affirm you and to make you feel better. It's nice to have those things, but if you don't have that right now, you don't need that. All you need is God. You don't need all these people. And if you don't have a friend, you have me. So you have two people on your side. You have, well, one person and one God. What am I talking about? I confused myself. Okay, you have me and you have God. So you have two things of something. You have a spirit and a person. Got it. Okay. So you aren't by yourself. You have somebody who will be there for you right here. If you ever need anything, just a person to vent to, a person to talk to, be sure to either Instagram DM me or Twitter DM me, or even comment below if you're comfortable with doing that, because I don't know if YouTube Messenger is still a thing, and if it is, I don't know how to use it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any videos you'd like me to do, a part of the Kate Talks series, or any other type of video, just leave that in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to read those comments. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!
I will make you see all of the things that you can be. Believe in yourself and follow me.
Proverbs 18:24. Why did I do this? Proverbs 18:24.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This video is like 15 minutes long. Ugh! The screen is sideways and it won't go back. Are you kidding me? Oh, I thought that was my voice. I'm like, what? Ugh. When will my reflection show? Why am I so nasally today? Okay, we're done. Goodbye. Peace out.